Senior night at New Richmond High School for tonight's soccer match featuring the Raiders of Hudson and your New Richmond Tigers. New Richmond High School, Hudson High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is not only expected, it is greatly appreciated. Now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors, the Hudson Raiders. Number 0, goalkeeper, junior, Hannah Kendhammer. Number 7, junior defender, Maggie McConnell. Number 8, senior defender, Hannah Huntley. Number 9, she's a junior defender, Britta Holter. Number 11, forward, Armana Razanici. Number 12, senior defender, Hannah Lundeen. Number 14, junior midfielder, Raina Fort. Number 16, senior forward, Allie Stubendick. Junior defender, number 19, Nevaeh Tillman. Sophomore midfielder, number 22, Natalie Rampin. And finally, junior midfielder, number 24, Olivia Petty.
Way to go, Olivia!
The Raiders are coached by Aaron Gehring, assisted by Kyle Flanagan and Annika Lewis. Tiger fans, stand up proud and clap those hands. Here's your Tigers. First of all, we're going to start with the seniors. Number 6, senior midfielder, Chesney Demeling. After graduation, Chesney's planning to study nursing at the University of Kansas with Ava. Her favorite soccer memory is going undefeated in the Big Rivers Conference. Her favorite quote for underclassmen is to let you know that it goes by fast. So enjoy the time with your teammates and cherish the moments on the field. Every game matters, so give it your all. Next, we have senior defender, number 9, Ava Rumpsa. After graduation, Ava is planning to study business at the University of Kansas with Chesney Demeling. Her favorite high school soccer memory is beating Hudson earlier this season for the first time in girls soccer history. One thing she wants her teammates to know is that each game is a privilege and use challenges as motivation. Don't take for granted the friendships you build and the memories you make on and off the field. Next up, number 12, forward, Kylie Elbert. In the fall, Kylie will be attending Northern State University to play soccer. Her favorite memory was winning conference this year. And her advice for her teammates, the underclassmen, is enjoy every moment of the season with your teammates as it will go by fast, and use setbacks in the game as motivation to become more successful. And our final senior tonight, midfielder number 19, Stella Nielsen.
All right!
Stella is planning to study exercise science and play soccer at Concordia St. Paul University. Her favorite soccer memory is winning conference and getting first seed for the playoffs. One advice she would give the underclassmen is to stay positive throughout the season and strive to be a good teammate and role model. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your 4 senior Tiger soccer players. And now, here are the rest of your starting lineup for the hometown Tigers. Number 2, junior midfielder, Ava Zink.
Hey!
Number 3, junior defender, Sienna Gaspard. Number 4, sophomore midfielder, Lily Jess. Number 7, junior forward, Mara Benedict. Number 14, sophomore midfielder, Katie Ebnett. Number 17, sophomore defender, Brooke Meissner. And the goalkeeper for the Tigers, number 24, junior Maggie Heineke. The Tigers are coached by David Garrett. He is assisted by associate head coach Darren Blattner and Drea Garrett. The officials for tonight's game are center referee David Ripplinger. The linesmen tonight will be Bill Sarkoskis and TJ Stillwell. Sports medicine services, as always, are provided by Westfields Hospital and Clinics. Thank you to Teresa Buss for being here tonight. At this time, if you can, will you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Good luck to both teams, and let's play soccer.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the River Channel broadcast of the Big Rivers Conference Tournament matchup between the Hudson Raiders, who are in white, the visiting team, playing from right to left on your screen, taking on the new Richmond Tigers in black. the home team playing from left to right on your screen. We are at New Richmond Tiger Stadium. It's a beautiful night here in the St. Croix River Valley, and should be a great matchup tonight. The Tigers really owned the division this year with a 8-0-2 conference record, and the Raiders not far behind at 5-2-2. So we'll see how this matchup plays out. It's Ransonici in the corner, sending in a little cross, but broken up by the New Richmond defense. And now New Richmond on the counterattack. It's a senior night here, also in New Richmond. So lots of extra extravaganzas going on here, especially at the intro time. They introduced the 4 seniors and shared some memories and some future plans for those girls. So we certainly wish them well as the seniors on the Raiders team. These teams did meet previously this year in regular conference play. This is now the Big Rivers Conference tournament, and let's see how that game fared. It looks like New Richmond took it to the Raiders in that game back on April 11th. That's a long time ago, and the Tigers won that game by a 3-0 score. So Raiders looking for a little revenge here. There's Hannah Lundeen trying to time a throw and got a good foot on it, but maybe just got under it a little bit and sent that ball high on the goal. So goal kick here for the Tigers. There's been a lot of soccer action for the Raiders in the last week. They had a game last Thursday against Eau Claire Memorial that they won 3-0, and then they spent the weekend in the north central part of the state and fell to DC Everest High School by a score of 1-5 on Friday of last week, and then came back the next day ready to roll and took it to Appleton West with a 5-0 win. And then had a game scheduled for Tuesday with River Falls that got rained out. And here's a free kick for the Raiders. They're sending it onto the goal. Not a bad little poke there by Maggie McConnell. Drifted a little left, so did not end up on goal. But that was an interesting ball there. That could have done some damage had it been a little bit further right, but New Richmond's goalkeeper also looked potentially ready to make a save on that ball. So the River Falls game for the Raiders ended up being played last night. So the Raiders are on a back-to-back games here. They did fall to River Falls by a score of 0-1. So a tight matchup. River Falls also had a great conference season at 5-1-3. So Raiders having some hefty competition the last few days, playing the top teams, in the conference along with themselves. So this will be a fun match. So far, the Raiders owning the time of possession in their offensive end. Game is young. Our broadcast, unfortunately, does not technologically match up with what New Richmond's got here. So no score or clock on the screen. There's a quick turn by the Raiders, putting some pressure on that New Richmond defense and goalkeeper. But I will keep you abreast of the score routinely and the time, and my colleague Jeff Munter here, who does all the technical, spectacular work, he'll remind me from time to time. So New Richmond now on the counterattack, bringing it down the field and setting up a cross here. Most of the offense pursued that play, thinking the cross might go closer to the goal. So he's more easily defended by the Raiders and cleared by the Raiders there. Going to be a throw in here for the Tigers.
Nice!
clear by the Raiders off of the Tigers, and that'll be a goal kick for the Tigers, and we've got some subs coming in already
Subbing
for
in
the
for
Raiders.
Hudson, number 2, Megan Salama, and number 15, Gracie Nell.
After back-to-back games, you probably see the Raiders subbing a bit more than the Tigers potentially here. It's also pretty warm in the sun tonight here in New Richmond and in the general area. Hudson's only about 15-20 minutes away. So it turned into a beautiful warm day, and it's still pretty warm down there in the sun. You'll see the girls with their sleeves pulled up, and it's warm out there. So might be subbing more until the sun goes down a bit. Richmond playing the ball back to their defense, trying to sneak it up, trying to send a through ball through. Raiders disrupt that, but the Tigers end up with the ball. Another clear by New Richmond up the middle. Olivia Petty's there and sends it to the sideline, but not necessarily to the feet of anyone. And that ball's kicked out of bounds by the Tigers, and it'll be a Raiders throw-in. Quick turn there. Rancinici sends it in the middle. One of the comments by the seniors from New Richmond was that they, one of her best memories was that they finally beat Hudson. Oh, Raiders with some pressure here. Quick rebound, but New Richmond able to recover defensively. Ramthen gears up and takes a long shot. It's about a 35-yard shot and sends it wide to the left. But again, that senior memory that the Raiders have sort of had a strong presence in the conference, and so New Richmond able to beat them this year, and that probably is fueling the Raiders here a little bit tonight to put an end to that streak too.
Come on, Kelly!
Battle on the field there. Maggie McConnell gets a nice takeaway and turn. Maggie's had a really outstanding season anchoring the defense and then being the primary kicker for corner kicks and free kicks. She's done a really great job of that. So, and what's exciting is she's a junior, so the Raiders will have her back next year again. As New Richmond introduced their starters and laid out their lineup, they only had 4 seniors on this team, so that means they're going to have a pretty solid team coming back next year, I have a feeling. Raiders are kind of in the same boat. Not a lot of seniors on this team. 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors on the Raiders, and a whole bunch of juniors that are playing a lot. So both these teams are going to be pretty solid next year, and should make for a great conference matchups again next year. All right, here we go. Raiders continue to outpossess New Richmond right now, holding on to the ball and having it in their offensive end more. We're now about 9 minutes into the match. Our score still holds at 0-0. Referee's bringing back in sub for the Raiders, Britta Holter, giving Olivia Petty a break.
Subbing in for the first time for the Tigers, Holberg.
Throw for the Raiders, got over. A couple of defenders there. Quick shot. Rancinici with a solid left-footed shot. Tough angle, but good blast and a nice save by Tigers goalkeeper there. What's her name? Got a lineup here. Looks like that's Maggie Heineke for New Richmond. If I have that wrong, though, and you are from New Richmond watching this matchup, please put a comment in the YouTube channel. I think you have to be watching for a little while in order to put a comment in first, but correct me if I'm wrong. So, Raiders sending a big through ball up and through, but that's going to scoot all the way to Maggie Heineke again.
Subbing in for Richmond, Sophia Nielsen.
Ramthen putting some pressure on there, but New Richmond able to navigate it until the Raiders intercept that ball. Miss hit there by the Raiders, gives the ball back to New Richmond. Hannah Huntley with a nice defensive play there. And the Raiders move it into their offensive end, but New Richmond's defense all over it. Good pressure there by Natalie Ramthen. Almost took that ball away. Good ball out wide. Just little foot race there, and New Richmond's going to kick that out. That'll be a Raiders throw. Raiders putting some pressure on here, and good game to watch. Looks like the Raiders have one more home game as part of the Big Rivers Conference tournament. That is another boot in by Hannah Lundeen, but that's a little wide of the goal. But it looks like there's one more matchup in the Big Rivers Conference schedule for the Raiders, and that's to play Superior High School next Thursday at Hudson High School Stadium. Then we'll move into sectionals, and we'll have to, I have not seen the seedings or know how that's all going to play out, whether the Raiders will have a home game or where they will play in the first round of that tournament. We know it won't be New Richmond, I don't believe, because they play in a smaller school section, or River Falls. I think all three of them are in slightly different sections, although it's possible New Richmond and River Falls are in the same section. Hudson's a little bit bigger than them, and so they're going to play in the big school sections. Throwing for the Raiders. Couple Raiders entering the game. That's number 17, Matea Langenall. I've not. This could be some of the first action Matea has had that I have seen, at least. So good to see her in the match. And I think that was number 6, Sophie Bass, back in the game for the Raiders. So. I think oh boy, that was a close one. Darn.
Checking in for the first time for the Raiders, number 6, Sophie Bass.
A little misplay by the goalkeeper there from New Richmond. The ball was scooching and hopping, and she kind of scooted between her hands. I think it was kind of spinning and bouncing oddly, and a Raider was there, but just the ball was just behind her, so there's not much she could have done, but gets you excited at least. And again, Raiders with some nice pressure there, but an inadvertent handball on the Raiders gives New Richmond a little reprieve here, and they'll take a free kick. Nevaeh Tillman there on the ball for the Raiders. Nevaeh's had a strong season on defense for the Raiders. Big ball for the Tigers. It generates excitement, but the Raiders were there to have the ball. Lundeen with a nice little turnaround play there, tries to send it up the middle. Smart play by the Raiders to bring that ball back to Tillman, who's going to send it way out wide. That's Britta Holter over on the right. I think she's playing some defense now. Britta's kind of a utility player. She's played striker and scored some goals and played some midfield and also spent some time on defense there. So adaptable players are important on soccer teams. So Britta seems to be playing in that role right now. So some strong activity for the Raiders in their offensive end, but still coming up with no score, and we are about 16 minutes into the match, and our score still sits at 0-0. Good ball there by Langenold. Clear by the Tigers, but Anna Lundin picks it up, and she's going to send a little chip up, but taken by the Tigers. It's going to be a Raiders throw. A couple subs coming in for the Raiders. Kalea Heyer and Olivia
Checking
Petty.
in for the Raiders for the first time tonight, number 10, Kalea Heyer.
Ready?
It was, yes.
Throwing for the Raiders again. It's like Tigers were set to take that one, but the referee and side judge agree it's a Raiders throw. Big ball into the middle. Kind of misplayed by the Tigers. And they go for a quick clear, and the Raiders will have another throw in deep in their territory. So Raiders is not able to capitalize on a few of these miscues by the Tigers in the box, but they can knock it on the door a bit. Ball goes over. There's a good clear by the Tigers. Big ball in by Holter. Nicely handled by Heineke of the Tigers in goal. Head over by the Tigers. I think that's exactly what they want. The Raiders are pushing. It's Stubendick chasing that ball down. Oops, sorry, that was Langenall chasing that ball down. That's Stubendick. Holter, the nice, traps that ball down nicely from the air. Gets the ball out wide to Salama. Sending it into there's Hannah Huntley on the ball, and she tries to feed it to the corner to Olivia Petty, but it just gets out of bounds there for a goal kick. Pushing into 20 minutes into the half and the match, and score is still 0-0. Nice boot by the Tigers. Raiders win that ball. Olivia Petty's on it. Sends it out wide to Holter. Just going to carry it up for a bit. Just going to feed it into the middle to Ramthen. Or Kalea Heyer, that is.
Go get Amara.
Olivia Petty with some pressure, sending it out wide. Not necessarily a Raider there for that ball. Gracie Nell tried to chase it down, and we're going to have a Tigers throw. Big step in there by Langenall. Playing well. Raiders try to feed it straight up the middle, cleared by the Tigers defense. Hire sends a clear to the right, takes a mean hop over a couple players, and the Raiders are able to hold on to it. Walter tries to send the ball in, but it's a little low. Ball comes over to Tillman. Sends it back in. Petty with the ball, feeds it to the corner.
Let it go!
And just a little too much heat on that ball for Salama, and be a goal kick for the Tigers. Got Ava Brown entering the game for the Raiders, giving Gracie Nell a break.
The Raiders, number 3, Ava Brown. Big kick, kind of sneaks through several players. Must have spun off of Olivia Petty's foot, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Tigers. Petty with the take there and sends it out wide. Tigers there to retrieve that ball and send it up, but a little out of reach of the Tigers there. As number 6, Chesney Demeling, wanted that ball back. It's McConnell again having a little battle there. Another battle. Lots of good aggressive play here by both sides. Clean power moves, sends the ball out wide, but just a little too far up as well. And Raiders will have a throw and a couple subs. Natalie Ramthen coming back in, and Hannah Lundeen entering the game again. Good play there by Olivia Petty, and Maggie Salama getting a break now. Big ball in. Hannah Lundeen takes the shot, and it looked like Heineke, was that she had captured that ball, but must have spun off her, and it's going to be a Raiders corner kick here. And Raiders have a pretty quality corner kick unit, and we'll see Natalie, that's probably Maggie McConnell taking the kick. Sends it, puts a nice ball in there. That's right, kind of where you want it, but too much traffic there to get the ball through. Good takeaway there by the Tigers, and it's going to feed a little run for them, but Maggie McConnell comes back and adeptly takes the ball back, and now the Raiders have some space here. They don't have numbers yet. Sends the ball in. Boy, if someone was there, that would have been a beauty. But the takeaway kind of led to no one being there, really, with Ramthen, who put a nice cross on. It was beautiful. Tigers send it out of bounds. Olivia Tillman coming over to take the throw. Eva Brown now going to take it.
She's like 2 now, but.
Ball over by Huntley. Gets it all the way over. Sophie Bast. Rampton taking a shot. It's a tough angle there, but you gotta take the strike sometimes, and she put some good heat on that ball, but sends it wide. Raiders continuing to really hold the time of possession. Majority of the play down here in New Richmond's defensive half. So far, we're over 26 minutes into the match, and our score, though, still 0-0. Most of the Raider attempts have been from distance, and New Richmond's goalkeeper has been up to the task on those attempts so far.
Hey, on her. Come on, Lil.
Nice take back by Lundeen, who tries to send it back and gets nicked by the Tigers, who now have the ball and are going to try to make something happen. Lots of Raiders back for defense, though. Tigers go for the clear and knocks it off of Britta Holter, and that'll be a corner kick, the first corner kick for the Tigers. And they're deciding to play it short. And that gets them in clear, and it's a good attempt there. If you're going to play it short, like they did, I like the idea of what they did. They played it short. They brought the ball out for an angle that sometimes can be a little more optimal for a shot, and they sent it in. And but that ball got through, and Hannah Kindhammer aggressively came out to get it, and now the Raiders are back on the attack here. Good ball in there. Rampton has got some moves. Too much defense there for her.
Left.
Big collision at the center of the field, but no foul. That happens sometimes. Everybody's up and good. Raiders have it deep again. What are they gonna do here? Richmond kicks it out. Raiders still possess the throw-in. And we'll have some subs. A whole bunch of Raiders coming in. Rancinici, number 5. I think it's Nellie Cower for the Raiders. That's another name I have not called in any of the games I've announced yet, so good to have Nellie in the match. And a few others snuck in. Rancinici, I believe. Raiders keeping a good rotation after playing a game last night of players for their health and their energy levels. Sun seems like it's mostly down now, so shade over most of the field, so the temperatures will get a little more comfortable for the players, less sun in their eyes, etc. We're now close to 30 minutes into this match, and still 0-0.
Oh, exactly. Right. Yeah, I was. I don't know that I'm human age, so I totally get.
Nice cross in by the Tigers. Nobody home to retrieve that, though. Raiders get the clear. Sneaks through Rancinici's legs, though, to the Tigers' defense, and they advance the ball now. Trying to thread the needle, but McConnell's there to step up, and then Tillman gets a better clear off the ricochet. Good angled pass there by the Tigers. A lot of times you put that up the line, and the Ball's off the Raiders, so good they did not let it spin out of bounds. It's going to be a Raiders throw deep in their defensive half. Another sub for the Raiders, number 13, Chloe Gergeson, entering the game. A lot of people getting some time here. Exciting. Lundeen sending that ball out wide. Comes back to Nevaeh Tillman. Puts a big clear on. Rancinici trying to chase it down. Tigers decide to just play it out wide and let it go out of bounds. Be a Raiders throw-in. And Tigers throw. Tillman with another big clear, trying to get it down to the offense, and cleared back by the Tigers. Holter on it. A little misdirection by Holter to keep the ball where she wanted it, and then it took a weird spin for her, but she was able to get it back and try to send it across. Rancinici putting some pressure on in the middle, keeps it alive for the Raiders, and they drive a short, or a longer ball in, falls short, and collected by the Tigers goalkeeper. Puts a big punt on. McConnell with a nice header to clear the ball for the Raiders defense. Tigers back on their own defense. Holter putting the ball up. Tigers looking content to, they've got 4 defenders they're playing back, so they're gonna just try to keep the Raiders out of the box. About 33 minutes into the first half, our score continues to be 0-0. Ball into Ramthen. Brings it back to Gergeson. Sends it out wide, but Tillman on the ball now. Nice cutback move there to create some space. Sends a nice left-footed ball up the field. Richmond takes that ball away though, and Raiders are there to intercept. A lot of streaky good defense here in this game on both ends. Another big ball. Falls a little short and wide, and be a goal kick for the Tigers. Another group of subs coming in for the Raiders. Raina Fort, Olivia Petty, and Maggie Salama back in the match. Big left foot there from Allie Stubendick, but wide and high of the goal. tripped from behind there by Stubendick. And Tigers with the free kick. Raiders take it back though. Over 35 minutes into the first half. Still score of 0-0, and the Raiders continue to dominate time of possession in their offensive end, but still no score. Time of possession is important, but the score is the main thing, and that sits at 0-0. Allie Stubendick and Natalie Ramthen getting a break. And Sanichi trying to make a run on that ball. Olivia Petty with it, sends a blast in, a low blast, and right at goalkeeper Maggie Heineke of the Tigers. And she'll give it a punt now. High floating ball. That ball had great hang time. Eventually taken by McConnell. Sends it out wide. Raiders try for a center and inadvertently hits a Tiger down to the corner. And that's off of the Raiders. It'll be a throw in for the Tigers.
Go, 6, 2.
We normally expect her to run that.
Tigers try to get a little through ball there, but nobody home. And Raiders get the punt. Olivia Petty wins that high ball and eventually is out to Holter. Puts a left foot trying to sneak it up the middle and ends up with the Tigers. And off of Holter, it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. We're now about 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Raiders continue to press but not be able to score, and our score sits at 0-0. Holter with a nice takeaway there, getting a little muscle action, but nothing wrong. Could have been maybe a trip there, but the ref's letting him play a little bit. That's all right. Raiders end up with it. Send it wide. That's a nice ball there. That could be trouble if they can get a foot on it. It's a nice play. They got it into Ransanichi. Is just maybe a half a step behind her on her. She's trying to streak in from behind. It was nicely played, though. Quiet, still night here. The flags are not moving anywhere here in New Richmond Stadium. So not much of a wind advantage either way here. We're now down to 1.5 minutes in the match. Our score is 0-0. I'm sorry, 1.5 minutes in the half. Score of 0-0. Be enough time here for the Raiders to try something if they can get something off on this throw-in. Lundeen with it. Sends it out wide to Holter. Puts a ball up the middle. That's not a bad ball because you have seen a couple balls sneak around in there, and Raiders were there crashing that ball too, which is what you need to do because one bounce, one misplay, and you might get a sneaky goal there. But we're down to about 40 seconds left in the half. It'll be 0-0. Then we'll take a 10-minute break. Oh, Raiders sneak it by. There's 30 seconds. Enough time to do something here maybe if they can. Ooh, they're going to get a corner kick, but they're going to have to hustle. Oh, calling a goal kick actually, and that'll probably do it for the half. I was pretty sure that ball was off of New Richmond in the corner, but side judge was right there. This is going to take us into the halftime here, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. See you soon.
2, 1.
All right, back for second half action, and now we have the hometown New Richmond High School Tigers in black playing from right to left on your screen, and the Hudson Raiders visiting in white playing from left to right on your screen. It was a competitive first half. Raiders really controlled most of the play in the first half. Foul on the Raiders here, and Tigers will have a free kick. But our score is 0-0, despite the Raiders really probably possessing the ball in the first half about 30 out of the 40 minutes I had a chance to estimate, and but the score is all that matters. Big ball in there, nice little ball. Nobody pursuing it to get it in the air there, and Hannah Kendhammer of the Raiders able to pick that ball up and sends it for a ride. I think we've had enough time online, so those of you that, if there's any fans out there of either the Raiders or Tigers and you want to drop a note in the YouTube chat, if you're watching via YouTube channel, let us know who you are, who you're watching, and where you're from. It's always fun to see where people are tuning in from. Raiders get a clear, but they're going to send it out, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Tigers. Tigers queuing up for a short play. They've got a short play. Raiders are there to challenge. They'd send a quick cross in, and that really took a little ping pong ball action there, and Kendhammer, though, was all over it. Nice save by her, and we're seeing a little more action out of the Tigers here offensively than we definitely did in the first half. It doesn't appear to be wind, but maybe there is that. Maybe it's a little swirly, and it's giving who's ever playing right to left a bit of an advantage. Again, for those of you maybe just tuning in, the technology here at New Richmond Stadium press box does not match up for us to have the score and time plugged into our broadcast. That's why you're not seeing it on your screen if you're used to that. So I will do my very, very best to keep you updated on how much time is left and what the score is in case you have to step away for a moment at any time. But it is still 0-0. And New Richmond now sending the ball up the middle. It's a little bit of a heart stopper, but Hannah Kendhammer played that ball like a professional and didn't hesitate and came out and cleared that ball. Really nice goal by the Tigers. You can hear the crowd. Exciting play. And really a nice textbook goal there. One player from the Tigers, I don't have the numbers, and I don't know the players well enough, but takes it down to the end line, passes the ball back, and a Tiger trailer was right where you want him to be and can just bury that shot. I mean, there's nothing Hannah Kendhammer could do about that unless it happened to be kicked directly to her. But it's a beautiful textbook goal.
For New Richmond in the 44th minute of the game, Ava Zink. Assist goes to Kylie Albert. Again, Zink from Albert. Your new score, New Richmond 1, Hudson 0.
Come on, Kyle! She's not playing this. Pick it up.
Good little foot race and battle there between Natalie Ramthen and the Tigers defense, but ultimately taken by the New Richmond's goalkeeper. Really spectacular goal there by New Richmond. And they take the 1-0 lead now. We're about 4.5 minutes into the second half. That type of goal takes a lot of things to happen. Sometimes there's a little luck, and sometimes it's a lot of skill. But that's kind of what you try to do. Is you want to drive that ball down and then play it back. Because at the last minute, Vea Tillman tries to turn that ball up the field and kicks it out. It'll be another New Richmond throw-in.
So are the brackets are set? Do we know who we play?
Merrill.
Great play by Maggie McConnell, getting that ball in traffic, taking a step, and then putting the ball away. It's a big ball through. That's dangerous, folks. Got to foul it. Woo! What a play. Sophie Bass with a nice run there, getting muscled a little bit and able to get on the ball, but not able to get a real blast on it. And goalkeeper Maggie Heineke there for New Richmond also to disrupt that play. All right, looks like YouTube streaming is back online. Looks like maybe we've lost a few viewers, so hopefully they come back. And we're now at about the 57-minute mark, so we're getting down to about 23 minutes in the match. New Richmond still leading 1-0. And it's been a really exciting half of back-and-forth action between these teams, but no goals since the goal by New Richmond at about the 4-minute mark of the second half. Tried to sneak it through, but not much gets past Maggie McConnell on that kind of play, and she made a nice play keeping that ball out.
We need defense help.
I think that's Ava Brown over on the far side fighting it out and getting a Raiders throw-in deep in their territory. Looks like Gracie Nell of the Raiders gearing up to come back into the match. It's a big throw. Tigers are right there to head it out.
Every time I pass him, I'm like, hey Ben, I'm Abigail.
Raiders collected on the far sideline, and now they try to pop it back up. And
And I said that to him, and he had already said hi Abigail.
great blast by the Raiders. Oh, nice left-footed shot there. Tough angle for a left foot, but it was a heck of a blast. And sends it wide.
Defender number 10, Keziah Larson.
Woo!
Ball's in there. Nice cutback by the Raiders. They get a good blast off the crossbar. Oh my gosh. Was it off the crossbar or was it off the football crossbar? Must have been off the football. Ref's calling it a dead ball. It's a really nice play though by cutback ball. Yep, that's off the. That happened so quick in real time. It actually hit the football crossbar, which is behind and higher, and is definitely out of bounds. So right call by the ref. At about the 60-minute mark now. New Richmond continues to lead 1-0. Raiders send the ball out wide. Nobody home for that ball though. Aaron passed by New Richmond, and Salama picks it up and sends it in the middle, but again, nobody there for the Raiders. Ball streaking by. This is kind of what happened on the first goal by New Richmond. Got to mark up on defense. Same play. Yeah, see, she brought it to the baseline and brought it back, but this time nobody home for New Richmond. It's all about timing and angles and where people are, and that time they didn't have it all aligned. Oh, goodness gracious. That's definitely a foul, if not more. Yeah, stopping the clock. It's going to be a cardable play. Can't tackle somebody like that. So, yellow card play. Might have been a goal saver, maybe not. But would have definitely given the Raiders a decent offensive chance. It happened so far from the goal. It probably wasn't necessary, but you don't always know that when you're playing. And Raiders will have a free kick in a dangerous area. Maggie McConnell here. She's going to probably drop this right around the G in the end zone there, the Tigers G. That'd be an ideal spot, a little bit high. That one got a little away from her. It's coming in tight. They're right there. Oh, golly, the Raiders. That was a good chance there. Tigers goalkeeper could not grab that cleanly and knocks it back, and the Raiders were there. But again, it's all timing. That ball bounced high. Raiders wanted to get some attempt, and it's too high. You're going to always put that ball over the goal almost every time. So, but a good play by the Raiders. They're putting pressure on, and usually when they start pressuring, something happens sooner or later. Tigers, though, seem to be retaliating regularly, too. So we've got an exciting match here. 61 and a half minutes about into the match. And our score is New Richmond 1 and Hudson 0. Kind of a throw-in for the Tigers. Whole bunch of subs for both teams. Tillman with a nice takeaway there. Raiders send it up again. Here comes Ramthen. So one team tackles the other team and gets a yellow card. One team knocks the other team over and gets a yellow card. So that's kind of how soccer works sometimes. And we're gonna move on, and hopefully they've got it all out of their system now. They're all even, and we'll get back to soccer. Free kick from deep in their territory, and the Raiders win that ball but knock it out of bounds. And it'll be a Tigers throw-in with about 18 minutes left in the match. Head over by the Tigers. Nicely played, but again, ball's there by Maggie McConnell, who doesn't lose the ball very often. Ransonici with nice little goal sideline play there. Ooh, nice little step over by Stubendick. That's a nice play. Good defensive play by the Tigers. Tillman sends it up, but it flared on her and goes out of bounds. Tillman sends it out wide, up the middle. Rancinici on it. Just kind of sends it up the middle, but cleared by Raiders again. Send it in, and there's a goal for the Raiders. What a play. That was beautiful. That is the kind of play that scores. They worked it down. They flared it in and pounded that timing goal in, and now we've got a ball game. It's 1-1, and plenty of time left, and lots of excitement here. 17 and a half minutes left, and big goal for the Raiders, and a really nice play. Ball's out wide, crossing it in, and Raiders are there to pound it into the goal. Beautiful play. Sophie Bast with the goal for the Raiders. That's an offsides. Yeah. Good play by the Tigers, but offsides by a good step. Sometimes it's just easy to get mesmerized into being
Scoring for the
offsides.
Hudson Raiders in the 64th minute. Number 6, Sophie Bast. Assist to number 2, Maggie Salama. Again, Bast from Salama in
Really?
the 64th minute. Your new score, Hudson 1, Richmond 1.
Really nice cross by Salama. Far enough out from the goal so the goalkeeper could not make a play on that. And again, you know, it's timing and it's people in the right place. And a Raider happened to be right there, Sophie Bast, to bury that shot into the goal. So 2 really nice goals in this game so far on both sides. Fun ones to watch. Tillman with another clear. Hannah Huntley over there moving the ball. Looks Hannah's playing a little more midfield this match. Got about 15 minutes left in the match, and our score is tied 1-1. I don't believe in the Big Rivers tournament here that there is any overtime play. So if we don't get another score, we'll have to go home with a tie, which isn't exciting to anybody, but we'll see what happens here. A lot of time left, and these girls on both sides have shown some pretty exciting play, especially in this half. The first half was really all Raiders, but without too many great offensive opportunities. Really not much offensively out of New Richmond in the first half, and then second half New Richmond has come out, they came out strong, and from the get-go, and about 4 minutes into the game, into the second half, they scored the game's first goal. And then it's really been, you know, opportunity after opportunity, kind of alternating between each side. So probably the second half, time of possession is close to the same. I'd probably say a bit of an advantage to the Raiders, though. But it's been good. Tillman elects to send it to the sideline, but didn't get enough. Richmond decided to let that go out. Not sure I would have done that, but you do what you think at the time. And Tillman gets a clear. Rancinici with a foul. Trying to time that ball and kind of gets a little hip check. It's part of the game. People get excited about fouls, but there's still a generational difference in understanding the game, and fouls are part of the game. And low ball cleared by the Raiders defense. Good cutback by Rancinici. Closing the gap. She's got to send it up, and she does. There's Ramthen. Cleared nicely by New Richmond's defense. Some subs coming in. Exciting game here, folks. That's number 3. Sienna Gaspard of the New Richmond, who is playing the center D, and she's got some speed and has made some nice plays there for New Richmond tonight. We are at about 12 minutes left in this match. It's been a goodie. 1-1 is our score right now. And New Richmond flaring it out to the right and trying to save it, and again, sending it down will be a Raiders goal kick. Got some subs coming in. Kalia Heyer for the Raiders.
Checking in for the Tigers for the first time tonight, I believe. Sophomore defender, number 1, Ruthie Lauk.
I got Ruthie.
So Ruthie Maluk called into the game for New Richmond as a defender, but up playing the center striker position. So she's either versatile or they're just giving her a shot up there to see what she can do. Throw in here for the Raiders. All the way down the sideline, headed out by the Tigers again. Will be another Raiders throw. The lights are on at Tiger Stadium. Just a beautiful night here. Great temperature now, nice and cool, but not too cool.
Beat her to the ball.
Maggie McConnell plays it out to Britta Holter. Plays it up the field, but crosses that sideline, and Tigers take a quick throw. Seeing if they can get something through. Raiders get a boot on it, but just send it kind of laterally. That's a nice lucky play for the Raiders, and they're out wide. And ball up to Ransonici. Really nice ball there. She's going to send it. Oh, that's a nice ball. Nice ball to Rampton. She's got to hold up. Goalie was going to get there before. She held up nicely, and but that was a darn close play. I love that play, though. Dishing it off and trying to make some nice little passes in front of the goal, and that was exciting. We are down to just under 10 minutes now. Score still tied 1-1.
Super distracted.
They were running.
Raiders send a low ball up. Send a big ball across. We're going to get on that. It's number 17, Langenold. She centers it for Ransonici, who's there. Ooh, Ransonici gets a shot at a good blast there and sends it right at the goalkeeper. Didn't have a lot of time. So again, timing is really everything. You wonder, why do they kick it at the goalie? Well, sometimes they can only get their foot on that ball with the time they have, and that's where it's going to go. So Langenold again gets it out. Ransonici with it. Been a dangerous combo. There's Ramthen, who has been a good goal scorer for the Raiders.
Keeper.
Ransonici sends that in. Raiders, we've seen this a couple times today. Raiders really need to crash those balls in case the goalkeeper mishandles it like that. That's maybe the third time or so this game that Heineke has kind of bobbled it a bit, and Raiders have not been able to take advantage of it. Heineke has played an outstanding game nonetheless, but a few of these bobbling plays could be something the Raiders could capitalize on. So big ball across. Langenold, she's there. She's going to have to send that ball over again. Sends it back to a trailing Olivia Petty, but had too much defense on her. Go for a quick play there. Oh my gosh. Wow. Raiders had another great opportunity. They're really moving the ball nicely in the offensive end, finding the seams and the angles, and not quite the shot the Raiders wanted there, and Heineke there to make a nice stop and collect that ball. So right now, Maggie Heineke as the goalkeeper for New Richmond has been single-handedly keeping them in this match, because Raiders had a couple chances to really put something on the board to take the lead, but Heineke's done a nice job back there making some stops and keeping the ball out of the goal after that last score by the Raiders. We are now down to 7 minutes. It's been a really fun game to watch. Some great plays and some on both ends of the field. Tillman with a nice step up there for the Raiders. Sends it up to Ramthen. Good cutback by Ramthen. Too much speed on her from behind, though. Foul on the Raiders. Number 3 of the Tigers, Sienna. Can't see her last name. Gaspard, I think. She's petite, so easy to knock her over a little bit. She looks tough, though, and speedy, but they got the foul there. Raiders keeping the intensity up, though. Ball comes out. Langenold tries to kind of rush the cross and doesn't quite get under it. Raiders hustling back to help. Good play there. Good defensive play. Stubendick gets it out wide. Down to 5.5 minutes in the match, so it's getting down there. Both these teams would love to walk out with a win. Richmond playing the sub game, but to kill the clock a bit, I have a feeling here. We're down to about 5 minutes now in the match.
For the Tigers, number 20, junior defender Nora Moon.
Tillman takes it, carries it, makes a cutback. Yeah, too much on that ball. Found a nice seam, but just too much on it. And collected by Heineke. Big ball up by Heineke, the big punt, but the Raiders eventually end up with it here. They're going to try to make another run. They get it up the middle to Ransonich, who sets out a nice ball wide. Langenold there. Ends up with it. Whew. Good clear by New Richmond defense, though. They are a tough unit back there and holding strong. Down to about 4 minutes in the match now. Raiders continue to challenge. Will be another Raiders throw-in. Big throw by Stubendick. That's a header off of New Richmond, it looked like. That's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. This is this could be interesting. Maggie McConnell coming in. She's the primary kicker. She's going to look to deposit that ball somewhere at the bottom of the E on the end of the goal line if possible. And we'll see if the Raiders can hold off and time this ball. They're in a little early to time it in, but the Raiders are there. Oh my gosh. Another super close play. Raiders just not able to get a really solid blast on that from point blank range, and Heineke laid down nicely and smothered that. It was a slow roller, but she played it well and played it smart. Good play by Raiders defense there, Maggie McConnell. We're down to 3 minutes now. Ball sneaks down. Ramthen plays it off the Tigers. Nope, they're going to say it's off Ramthen. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. About 2.5 minutes left in this match now. Ball gets back to Kendhammer. She's going to probably hustle this one up. 2.5 minutes is a lot of time, but it's not much either at the same time. If you're trying to get one more goal on the board. Big high kick. Nobody wants to get under it. And the Raiders get it, and they send it out wide. Rancinici's got it. Plays it back to Lundeen, who plays a nice ball up. That's a nice distance there. Raiders trying to pressure. Richmond kicks it out. We're down to 2 minutes now. Raiders subbing with 2 minutes left. Got to hustle. They want every second to try to win this game. Ramthen coming off the field. And we'll get the quick throw in here by Stubendick. Throws it in big. Gets through a lot of people. It's streaming through. Whew, again, just timing and placement. That throw was spectacular, but nobody there to do much with it, and that's not necessarily anyone's fault, but you watch those plays and you just wish you had put yourself in a different spot sometimes. Down to a minute now, about a little over a minute, about 1 minute and 10 seconds. Looks like this one is potentially going to end in a tie, but there's enough time to do something. Richmond's knocking on the door, calling off sides. Ref called off sides. Ref is letting it play out, though, which is maybe to the Raiders' benefit. Saves time, keeps the ball moving for him. Ball comes down, Rancinici on it. This will be the last real shot for the Raiders, maybe 40 seconds. Lundeen, nice play. Gets it to Langenold. That's going to make it tough now. We're down to 30 seconds. 1-1. Tillman with a quick throw. And off Tillman. So a tie, I'm assuming from the crowd being excited, is going to lock in probably the Big Rivers tournament title for New Richmond. Not sure why people would be so excited for a tie, but I'm guessing that's it. And spectacular game. Would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Like to thank my colleague Jeff Munter for his great work on the technical side. And
we'll score. The Hudson Raiders won, and your Richmond Tigers won.
And we'll see you back next week for a neat match against Superior.
Hudson received a third seed in Division 1.